Hello, welcome to Divine Downloads. I'm your host, Cassandra Bodzak, and this is the show where we teach you how to divinely design your life. And I'm really excited for this new series we're going to kick off today of mini downloads, where you'll be able to get these bite-sized chunks of inspiration that can help you go into the day, amp up your manifesting power, and give you a beautiful, miraculous shift in perspective. So today we are kicking off with entering into a new paradigm of ease. And this is ease in our manifesting process, ease in our success, ease in joy and abundance in our life. But before we dive into that, I do want to make sure you know that my new book, Manifesting Through Meditation, is available everywhere where books are sold. And there's 100 different meditations in there to help you create the life that you want. So I hope you'll check it out. And if you're loving it, please leave an Amazon review. It helps us spread the word to others, and it means a ton to me. So back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's talk about this new paradigm of ease. This has been coming up for me really, really powerfully because in the past few months, I've seen so many of my successful soul sisters go down to various ailments and illnesses, burnout, different like actual physical problems that manifest that they have to get taken care of, and also just lack of joy in the pursuit of success. And I was meditating on that and how much right now we are in an age where an old paradigm is crumbling. And especially those of us that are heart-centered or on our spiritual path and maybe are even running our own businesses, it's so easy to look at that and say, oh, well, the old paradigm is corporate America, or the old paradigm is the 9 to 5, or the old paradigm is these, kind of more archaic systems that are shifting. But the truth is, the old paradigm is anything that's, inherently not in alignment with the truth of who we are as souls. And so we're even seeing that breakdown in our own industry and in the self-help spiritual industry as well. And one of the things I've always prided myself on, I've worked with many women over the years to help them build their soul-centered businesses, whether it was in programs like Spread Your Light or through one-on-one coaching. And I've always said, make sure that you don't build yourself another prison, right? Don't build yourself something based on an old paradigm. Don't build yourself based on old rules, right? And how important it is when we're actually creating, whether it's our business or our life or our schedule, that we base it on what lights us up, that we base it on what's going to support us, what's going to nourish us, what's going to bring us joy, right? And how there has to be another way. And so one of the, I've been really inspired recently by this topic, and that's why I, wanted to bring this as our first mini download, is to ask you and put this question to you as you move forward into your day-to-day. What would a new paradigm of ease look like in your life? What would you have to believe was possible to allow in that new paradigm of ease in your life? Right? Because here's the thing, the truth is that we are all divine creators. This inspired me. I'm launching an intimate group coaching mastermind on up-leveling money and career. And who knows, it's probably going to expand to be manifesting even other things, because we as women, especially right now, or women identifying, are ushering in this new paradigm. We're ushering in the paradigm of the feminine, the magnetic paradigm, the paradigm of ease, the paradigm of flow, the paradigm of abundance, the paradigm of joy, of lightness, right? Let there be light. Let there be light. And what is light? Light is the truth. Light is understanding. Light is literally light. Lightness. right? Not let there be heaviness. and so often when we think about things that are in alignment with us, or when we're trying to discern, are we forcing, are we allowing something to flow? Are we in alignment? Are we pushing something? We can discern that by, does it feel heavy or light? Does it feel heavy or light in our bodies? Because when we're listening to our truth, when we're in that space of, I am a magnet, I am so powerful, I am so powerful that I can call in whatever I desire. That whatever I desire is possible for me. That I am divinely guided. And if we remember that we're divinely guided in that moment, then we shift into the paradigm of ease. So we get to choose this new paradigm of ease regardless of what we're manifesting, regardless of what we want to call in. There is nothing that is an exception to it. So whether or not you're manifesting money or a baby or a career or a home or a romantic love or radiant health or whatever, or trip, whatever it is you might be manifesting, you get to call it in with ease, call it in with joy, call it in with levity, call it in with fun, right? And so can we enjoy the journey? Because that's the journey of ease. That's the definement of ease. The definition, not definement. I don't know that came. That's the definement. That's the that's what ease is, right? When I think of ease, I think of like a river just like naturally flowing downstream. It's effortless. It's like if you've ever been rafting on one of those, like a gentle, lazy river, right? And you don't have to do anything. You just lay there and the current is moving you along. And when does the current stop? Well, if you veer to either side, if you get out of the flow, that's when all of a sudden it becomes work. Then all of a sudden, maybe you need to climb on some rocks or navigate something else, right? Because you've gotten out of that flow. And what I'm saying is that the big part of being in the flow or out of the flow, of being in a paradigm of ease or a paradigm of hustling and a paradigm of work and a paradigm of frustration and lack of joy, is simply the perspective that you're coming from. Are you remembering your truth? Are you letting there be light in the situation? Therefore, when I say, are you let there be light, are you allowing the understanding of who you are, of the divine essence, of the divine creator that is you, and of all of the divine support you have around you into that situation? So therefore, we're on the stream, we're flowing downstream, we are held, right? Or are you thinking that you have to white knuckle it? And then we're off stream and we're climbing on the rocks, right? And we're trying to paddle down rocks, right? And of course it's going to take us a lot longer and it's not going to be as fun. And we're not going to get to just like daydream into the sky. And I also just want to clarify that with this new paradigm of ease, it doesn't mean that we don't do anything. Yes, I think there'll be more spaciousness. There's going to be more time for relaxation. I think there's more time for realizing that we are incredibly productive when we put ourselves in magnetic states, right? Through meditation, through a walk outside in nature, through resting, through taking a bath. There's going to be more of an understanding of the power in those maybe often perceived not doing anything kind of activities, right? But we also will be joyfully doing things. You will still send emails. You might still post things to Instagram. You will still, do whatever work it is, right? But it'll be from a different space because now we're flowing downstream. And now we're not clawing at all these rocks, right? And doing these heavy things and feeling like kind of out of our element. We're in the flow. And when you're in the flow, then what happens is the actions and the things that you need to do that are most important are illuminated for you. And so sometimes you may get that action that's like, hey, I need you to build this thing on your website, or hey, I need you to write this report, or whatever it is. It might be like a task thing. But when we're in the paradigm of ease, it comes from our divine direction. We flow with it. It feels joyful. And we make sure it feels joyful, right? So when we're excited and we're lit up about something, then you're more likely to want to sit at the computer and, let's say, write something out. And that also means you get to put on your favorite music while you do it. You get to light some candles and incense. You get to make life feel beautiful and full of ease. That's a choice. And so it brings us all back, and I'm going to try to keep this as a mini download since it's our first mini download. But it brings us back to the fact that the way we view the world, we get to choose. Every day we wake up and we get to choose, do I get to flow down the river, or am I trying to paddle on the rocks today? And when I flow down the river, I know the things that are in alignment for me naturally flow with me, and we go down the river together, and I'm guided to them, and I know what to do, and I open up that space for that divine direction, and I trust when it doesn't flow to me, it's not mine, and when it does, perfect, and it all flows that way. Or we choose the struggle, and we choose to say, I don't know, and we choose to cut ourselves off from the true essence of who we are, and we cut ourselves off from our divine support and all of the guidance that is here to help us. And we, what I call, muggle it, right? And it doesn't mean that we can't get there from muggling it, but it won't be as fun. It won't be as fast, and it's certainly not the paradigm of ease, right? And so if you're listening to this, I know you've been called to be one of the seeds that are demonstrating this new paradigm. And that's exactly what we get to do with our lives. Our life has an energetic butterfly effect on the planet. It has an energetic butterfly effect, especially, on people that relate to us, right? Which is incredibly powerful. You get to set the tone of what the paradigm of ease looks like for your family, for your friends, for your community, and for the world beyond, by you simply embodying it, by you simply taking it on yourself, by every day you choosing that new paradigm of ease, and getting to be a living example of a new way of living in the world. A way of living in the world where we don't have to choose. We can have success and we can have ease. We can have financial abundance and we can have ease. We get to have a beautiful family and we get to have ease. We get to have amazing friendships and ease, right? We get to have it all, and we get to have it through ease and flow, and remembering the truth of who we are, and remembering the truth of the resources that are accessible to us as divine creative beings. And so I hope you enjoyed this mini divine download. And if you did, please leave a comment or an iTunes review and let me know that you'd like to have more of these, and I'll keep more coming. And for any of you who feel particularly called to that group mastermind that's specifically really taking on this new paradigm of ease and flow and abundance for their next level of life, I've already sent out all the invites to the wait list, and it's going to be a very intimate group. But if you're feeling really called, give us an email at assistant@cassandrabodzak.com. I'll put it below this podcast or this video, wherever you're watching it. And if there's a spot left, perhaps it was divinely meant for you. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.